Hello, hello. Welcome to Crazy Eat Games. We are back in Genshin Impact. I guess welcome to me complain about Genshin Impact. That's pretty much what my videos have become. Me playing through the story and just complaining about things. So yeah, we are continuing the Sagonomoiya Kokomi story. Warriors dream like spring grass renewing. Dracaena Somnolenta Chapter Act 1 Her Secret. Wait till 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock the next day. You have agreed to meet Kokomi near Sagonomoiya Shrine. Time to move out. Should I change the time first? Yeah, I'll change the time first. Alright. The next day. Yeah. 10:01. You watch the sun set, and then you watch the sun rise. I guess I'm not facing east or west, so that's why we didn't get to see the sun at all. Wait for Kokomi near the Sagonomoiya Shrine. Does that actually change anything? No, it doesn't. Wait, did it? Nope, it didn't. I guess I can just like teleport up there, right? I apparently have expedition rewards. I think that might be the event going on right now. I have sent out a bunch of dudes to do this expeditions. I think they're called expeditions, and I guess a few of them has popped, but I'll deal with that some other time. Ooh, beautiful, so pretty. Look at those bubbles. The arches is very nice.
ココミはまだ来てないのか？おかしいな。ココミは遅刻するような人じゃないと思うけど。
Oh no, has she fallen ill too?
もう少し待つか。
Exactly like Grandmaster Jean's story. After some more time.
なんでまだ来ないんだろう。何かトラブルにでもあったのかな？
We must investigate, Paimon.
あそこの兵士に聞いてみよう。
The soldier's like, I don't know, I just guard the fence. I don't get news. Up-to-date news. Hello there, little girl. And a big girl. Yes.
ここにはいないよ。俺もサンゴノミヤ様がどこにいるのかわからない。
Well, we can see that she's not here at the moment. Where has she gone?
そんな。じゃあ、オイラたち帰るしかないのか？
いや、諦めるのはまだ早い。確かサンゴノミヤ様が残した常備用の虎の巻にこの状況を打破する解決策があったはずだ。確か第98条、私の不在時遠方より訪れし客を南へ導き、紫の葉が茂る木のそばへ。
Okay.
それに注意書きも。サンゴノミヤ様が理由を残さず不在の時、そして客人の身分が特別な場合にのみ適用されると。
So we're VIP? Ooh.
お二人は遠くから来たお客さんだったね。この虎の巻に間違いはないはずだ。
ココミは本当にあらゆる状況を考えてるんだな。じゃあ、オイラたちもさっき言ってた場所に行ってみよう。
This is just like a cheap way for the story to lead us to a specific part of the map. They could have easily have just made it so that Kokomi was there and be like, oh, I have something to show you. Please come to this part of the map. But instead we get to hear it from a random NPC instead of taking advantage of the actual characters of the story. Wait, am I supposed to go up there? Oh, there's a purple tree. We must climb.
本当にここか？なんだかどんどん遠くなってる気がするぞ。あの木、ココミの虎の巻に書いてあったやつに似てないか？あそこから中に
Itemiya! Wait for the stamina to... I still feel like this game would be a lot better if world traversal didn't cost stamina. So like swimming didn't cost stamina, climbing didn't cost stamina, running didn't cost stamina, and stamina is like strictly a combat resource. Then like traversing and everything, it'll be just a lot more fun. You don't have to worry about like not having enough stamina. Oh, what's this place? Talk to Kokomi. Is this your secret study area?
ここみ、ここにいたのか。今日一緒に祝賀会の準備をする約束してたよな。
She has like a bubble coming out of her nose. She's like sleeping, and it pops. And she's like, "Wait, what? Who's there?"
あなたたちでしたか。
Yes, it is us.
すみません。今日は少し具合が。
病気か。待ってろ、すぐに医者を呼んでくる。
いいえ、一時的にエネルギーを使い果たしてしまっただけです。
エネルギー？まさかここ見て人間じゃないのか？
Oh, Paimon. So adorably ignorant.
いえ、ただの比喩に過ぎません。お恥ずかしながらあのような万能な姿をずっと維持することはできないのです。
Everyone was asking so much of you today. I could sense things were getting to you. Yeah, everyone was asking a lot out of her.
気づいていたのですか？どうやら私もまだまだのようです。もっと隠し通す技術を磨かないといけませんね。
I wonder what MiHoYo's obsession is with, like, female characters that works too hard, because she's not the first one. There's Master Jean, who is, like, drinking coffee and asking, like, Lisa to magically imbue coffee or something like that to make it more potent. There's, like, Ganyu, like, working so hard that she has, like, no time to sleep, and, like, her idea of, like, a good day is, like, working really hard. And like when she thought she was fired, it took like 3 people to replace, like barely replace her. Didn't even like match up to the amount of work that she could do. And now we have Kokomi, who also apparently works really hard to a point where she can't really handle it.
実は私は人の上に立つのがあまり得意ではないのです。もともと私は兵学を学んで幕僚になるのが夢でした。他人と会話し、気を配り、顔色を伺い、利益を分配する。私にとってどれも非常に大変なことです。他の人を満足させるだけでなく、彼らに畏敬の念を抱かせるのは私の得意分野ではありません。むしろ、かつての私が関わりを持ちたくなかった分野なのです。
Okay, this then leads me to question, how did you get this position in the first place? Who did you replace? And why did that person quit or stop doing this job? Because she is, like, apparently really young for a person in her position, which seems to be another, like, story trope that keeps reoccurring in MiHoYo in this game, where, like, really young people take leadership positions for some reason, like Hu Tao being the director of Wang Shen Funeral Parlor at a really young age, and Diona actually, I don't know if Diona has a bar of her own. I think she's just really good at making cocktails. Yeah, but yeah, that the fact that young people are taking leadership positions really frequently is apparent in the story. It's reoccurring in the story.
しかし、血筋のせいで荒人神の巫女の地位は結局私のもとにやってきました。好む好まざるにかかわらず、それを避けることはできません。ですので、自分に限界が来た時、ここへ来るようにしているのです。本を読んで休憩して、仕事には影響しませんのでご心配なく。 祝賀会の準備はすでに他のものを手配しました。
There's usually like two things that is the cause of like a person in a leadership position doing too much work. It's either like the leader doesn't have competent followers, I guess, or competent people in the circle, or the leader, it's him or herself, is not competent in delegating tasks and being able to organize like people, manage people, and manage like tasks and stuff is like a really strong skill to have for a leader. And a lot of the times, being the leader doesn't mean being the person who does like all the work, but being the one to be able to see the right people, to be able to train the right people, to be able to find the right people and inspire the right people to do the stuff for them. So like the fact that Sagonomoiya Kokomi here is struggling with this, I guess it is a pretty interesting story in and of itself, that we're seeing like the struggles of a leader to find good people to rely on, because like it's easy to hold a leader in a position of power and like, I don't know, expect the world from the leader, and then also expect the leader to take all the blame for all the decisions, but then you don't really see the whole like ecosystem, I guess, of what needed to be, what resources needed to be used to get like a certain task or a certain goal, to reach a certain goal or get like a certain task done. And a lot of times the leader main focus isn't to do everything him or herself, but to be able to find the right people with the right skills that would efficiently get the job done or reach the goal that they're trying to reach. And in this case, Kokomi here, since everyone has been relying on her, she's too busy like micromanaging. Well, I guess not micromanaging. She's actually going out there doing things herself. Like when we went out to investigate the merchant's goods, whether it's been stolen by the Fatui or not, like she came to do it herself. Whereas like in a leadership position, that usually is delegated to like someone that is more available for that position, where the leader is like, what she should be doing right now is not doing all these little things for all the village people and everything. She should be preparing for this big event that is the peace talks right now, but then she decides to hang out with us instead, which is like a little bit irresponsible on her end. But then at the same time, we're seeing that she is being fatigued by her responsibility, and that's why that might be the reason why she wants to hang with us, because we in the story sense is supposed to be like kind of charismatic and helpful and reliable too. So maybe she's trying to like, I don't know, get some empathy from us, or I guess get some help from us. Like I know I'm saying it as if she's like she wants something from us, but no, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that this story is unfolding because she's kind of like struggling with her duties, and seeing as how we are capable too, she might like maybe like want to look to us for some help in certain matters. It doesn't even have to be with what she is trying to accomplish. It could just be like looking to us for morale, pretty much, like to try to like find the motivation to continue, seeing as how we've already like gone through so much ourselves. Like maybe that would inspire her to find the energy she needs or find the motivation she needs to continue. If that makes sense. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that made sense.
今夜はまだ演説が一つ残っています。兵士たちに良くない印象を与えるわけにはいきません。やっとのことで勝ち取った平和、彼らにはもっと息抜きをしてほしいのです。
I still don't understand, like they never really told us what happened outside of the Tenshokaku building. Is it called Tenshokaku? Like the building where we fought, like the castle that we fought La Signora in, and like the gates where we fought, or we were led into A's Euthymia realm or whatever. Like our perspective was that we fought against Signora, we fought against the real Raiden Shogun A, and because of the stuff we did, we convinced, or I guess the Traveler and the head priestess of the Grand Narukami Shrine. I'm trying to remember her name. Yae Miko. These two people were able to convince Raiden Shogun, or convince A, who controls Raiden Shogun, to like lift the Vision Hunt decree and try to do things differently and try to like see things from a different perspective. So it seems like from our perspective that we essentially did all the work, but there was really no information given to us through the story that the Tenryo Commission and the Resistance had battles or anything while we were doing our thing. Like there wasn't anything telling us if of what happened while we were doing our stuff. So like right now, are we supposed to believe that there was like a lot of battles and a lot of skirmishes between the Resistance and the Tenryo Commission that we don't know about, that happened off screen, that now we are kind of dipping our toes into and learning about, and which is what Kokomi has been dealing with outside of our knowledge? Is that what we're supposed to believe and have in our head as we interface with this story?
何かオイラたちに手伝えることはあるか？
このまま放っておいてもエネルギーはゆっくりと回復していきます。ただ私の好きな兵楽を聞かせていただけるとより早く回復できる気がします。確かこの前半分まで読んだ本が一冊ありました。ただどこに置いたのか忘れてしまい。
It's right here behind your ear. Wow!
オイラたちが探してくるよ。それをココミに読ませればココミも立ち直れるな。
本当ですか？ありがとうございます。やはりあなたたちが渡積島に戻ってきてくれて本当に良かったです。
Technically, we didn't even really need to go to Watatsumi Island. We came here, kind of hung out with Teppei, and then we immediately like left to go fight the Fatui, and we're once again back on Narukami Island. Investigate Kokomi's secret base. Can we sit here? I just love staring at you, read books. You're just so adorable when you do that. Wait, like this? Now, read out loud to me. I wonder why this chair is so far away. It'll be funnier if it's like closer so we can like just stare at her. And she's not even reading a book, she's just looking at the table. Oh, come on. What is she gonna say?
エネルギーが全回復した時は私も人付き合いがうまくいくのですが。
Ooh, that is not a comfortable chair.
私にとってあまり親しくない方と話すことはエネルギーを消費することなのです。
Very nice. Let's look around. Investigate.
公文書がたくさん置いてあるな。休みの時もこうして時間を空けて公文書を処理してるのか？サンゴノミヤ事業活動のモラ流通報告、漁業生産の年次総合管理報告書、渡積島施設の維持管理費配分の月次報告。
So yeah, this is what I was talking about before. Like, Kokomi is dealing with all these like different things, like the cash flow reports, and breakdowns, expense breakdowns of like all these different aspects of governance. But if she was like the head leader, she would be finding people who are more they're more knowledgeable in these areas to deal with these things, because if you're a general, you kind of have like a general skill set and have just like what you need to know about a certain thing to like effectively understand what needs to be done. But then like the nitty gritty details usually goes to like the captains and stuff, because they know their squad, or they know the specific situation with more detail than anything. So like there is like a back and forth between leadership and like subordinate people, and it's not like there's a difference between being a boss and just like commanding people to do things your way, and being a leader where you are like the boss would just like tell people to do things, but the leader would consider what other people do, other people's opinions, other people's expertise, and other people's experience. Wait, did I say experience already? Before like actually making a decision as to which way to go forward. And a lot of times the leader would have to justify their position in why they're doing it one way or another, in order to like kind of convince the subordinates to also go with it. And this is where like a lot of times like a lot of people don't like certain leadership, because they seem to like not listen to like the people on the ground, people actually being affected by the decisions, like their opinions and stuff. They don't listen to it, and that's why they get angry at the leadership. But yeah, it's like a give and take relationship to be able to be in a leadership position. You don't just like boss people around, you also have to like do the work to find the people who can give you like good information, and also trust them to be able to make decisions of their own in their like specific area of expertise, which is like in this story beat, she doesn't seem to have like people who are maybe like financial people to take care of cash flow, or economic people to um, deal with the monthly expenses of Watasumi Island, or like I don't know, agricultural. What would be like agricultural is for farming, right? What would be the animal version of like fishing and stuff, like dealing with like fishing and whatever that kind of people is, to deal with that side of things. She's like taken it all upon herself to like find the answers and the way forward for all these things, the decisions on go forward with the decisions to go forward with for these like different aspects of governance. And which is like one person can only take on so much responsibility before they like burn out. So that what I'm trying to say is like leadership's main role really is to find other capable people who can also be leaders in their own right for their own like specific thing. And it's not just like a thing where someone just becomes a leader and has to do everything, and takes all the responsibilities and everything too. That's like a very shallow way of seeing the situation. Whereas like you want to think of this as a community which everyone has like a certain level of responsibility to the improvement or to the forward moving of the community kind of thing, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's continue. I feel like I'm ranting way too much.
はあ、こんなにたくさんのことを処理しなきゃいけないのか。それにココミは普段虎の巻も書いてるし、多くの人とも会ってる。あんなにやつれるのも無理ないな。早く兵学の本を探してココミに元気になってもらおう。
I guess if I were to compare this story with Grandmaster Jean or acting Grandmaster Jean's story, is that in Sangonomiya Kokomi's case, she doesn't have anyone in her circle of profession that can deal with things. But I guess she has like shrine maidens, but I don't know if like they can they do like political and government related stuff. But yeah, she doesn't have that those people she can rely on. Whereas in Jean's case, it seems like she was put into that acting grandmaster position kind of like a little bit too early, because the actual grandmaster had like a huge expedition, and she's just kind of like temporarily put in place for the time being while the actual grandmaster is gone. And at the same time, uh, Grandmaster Varka has left like people inside Mondstadt to support Jean. Like there's Lisa, there's Kaya and Amber, and I guess Eula too at this point. And there's Klee, Albedo, and Sucrose too. And it's not that there wasn't anyone there for Jean, and that's why she burned out. It was because she just wasn't delegating tasks properly, and like giving out responsibilities properly to the people underneath her, and that's why she burned out. Whereas in this case, like, it seems like the people here, the people of Watatsumi, has just like thrown all the responsibility onto Sangonomiya Kokomi and just like kind of left her left her to the wolves, and she's got to like deal with everything. So yeah. I hope like these kinds of discussions, I hope I'm kind of bringing interesting perspective into these stories, because I know like the story itself doesn't really dive deep into these kinds of relationships between the characters and like the settings and everything. And I feel like I kind of bring a little perspective and a little bit of insight into these kinds of things, comparing like Jean to Kokomi in this kind of like leadership situation. Hopefully that I'm able to explain myself properly, and that is like kind of interesting to listen to. That's kind of what I'm hoping I've achieved. But yeah, I don't know. Let's continue the story. Her secret. Investigate Kokomi's secret base. I wonder what's in these pots. Is she fermenting some moonshine here? Is this how you ferment moonshine? She's fermenting some sour plums and some pickles for everyone to share. All right. Boop.
これを見ろ。ココミの探してた兵学の本かな。
Today, I spent the entire afternoon arguing with representatives from the Merchants Association, Energy -4. So that, to her, just took up more energy than anything. Many things must still be settled. I need to ensure that they allow the goods to flow smoothly, but I must make sure that their money is made through legal means. Okay. Today, I finished a day's worth of work. Energy -3. I'll have to write up another batch of directives tonight. Hopefully this won't go on too late. I still need to perform an inspection tomorrow. Oh, that's interesting. They seem to have touched on the point that she writes out directives, and it's like volumes and volumes long for everyone to follow. So I wonder why there isn't any like competent people beneath her that can take over some of these tasks in her place. That can, even if they're not like experienced in the specific field, at least they have like this volume and volumes of her directives to follow in order to kind of sort of deal with the situation. So I don't know. I feel like this is another thing that the writers kind of just threw in to the story and expect us to just kind of go with it. And if we dive a little deeper into it, we kind of realize that it doesn't really fit the situation very well. It kind of contradicts, because she's taken over all these responsibilities, but at the same time we're led to believe that she has given people like enough instruction to be able to handle tasks. If she's giving people enough instructions to handle tasks, wouldn't she not have that many tasks to deal with? And if she has so many tasks to deal with, does this just mean she hasn't written up all these like enough or written enough things to instructions? Like everyone keeps saying how good her instructions are and how many instructions that she writes has. And yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about now. Let's continue reading this. The wind is very strong outside. Energy -2. It seems like it will rain soon. I can only hope that the waves aren't as rough, and those who go out fishing can return safely. News of the peace talks reached us today. Energy +2. An end to this war will surely make everyone on Watatsumi Island happy, won't it? Today we've reached word that the Tenryu Commission might be colluding with the Fatui. Energy -5. Even I'm struggling to understand what's going on. Just talk to Lumine. She has investigated this with Ye Miko and Kujo Sera, and I guess Sayu was in there somewhere too. And they've come to a conclusion that the leader of the Kujo clan was colluding with the Fatui because the leader had so much faith in the what was it, something no Hitotachi, the supreme ultimate attack of Raiden Shogun, that even if the Fatui were to invade, they would not be able to survive that, or something like that. He was just super overconfident about the Shogun's power. Swordfish 2's captain came back today. Energy +4. We tactically agreed not to speak of Teppei, and no one spoke of those who sacrificed their lives during the war. This peace was far too hard fought. If Teppei died in battle, I would be like more angry, but like I guess this is kind of gray area. He technically did die because of treachery from the Fatui, which we should be angry about. But at the same time, we can't hold the Fatui sorely responsible for that. So, in one layer, Teppei was responsible for continuing to use the delusion, even though he starts to feel sick after using it. That's kind of on him to not have noticed that. And on top of that, it was Kokomi who just like loosely and not and didn't really think about the whole thing and agreed to let this new quote unquote weapon into the hands of the soldiers without actually checking the source of these supplies. So in a way, Kokomi is a bit responsible for that too. So like in this line, it seems like we're supposed to be kind of like mourning Teppei's loss, but like we can't really completely blame the Fatui for this. There was like a lot of stuff in between that kind of shares the responsibility, so we can't. I don't know. This is the whole story of Teppei was just like poorly handled, I think, in my opinion. Lots of people spoke to me today again. Energy -3. Looking at their earnest faces, I can't help but think back to the time that I looked up to the post of Divine Priestess. Have I really lived up to their expectations all these years? Maybe?
今日はメカジキ2番隊隊長が戻ってきた。エネルギープラス4。それは
If we did, it's all Paimon's fault. We saw nothing.
返して
She keeps a little like energy journal.
これも違うみたいだな。もう少し探そう。
I heard that's like a really good way to put stuff out of your mind. Like if you're thinking about something has been like troubling you a lot. If you just write down in words like what's been troubling you and like try to like describe how much it's like troubling you, it like helps you kind of like get over it, or maybe like come to terms with it, or find new perspective to like tackle this like problem that's been like bothering you, and at the same time you write it down before you go to bed or something. And when you sleep on things, apparently when you sleep, your brain like does this like magic where it tries to reorganize certain information or store certain information that you've gathered during the day, and like when you wake up you get like a better perspective of it too. So like using those two things, sleeping and writing things down, really helps the brain solve problems, I guess. Bring! Investigate Kokomi's secret base. Actually, has this thing changed? I think it has. You find a listless Kokomi at her secret base. Read her favorite military treatises to quickly restore her energy. Investigate.
多分この本だな。ほら、ココミが挟んだしおりもある。しおりがないのはもう読み終わった本だろうな。なんか難しい内容で全くわからないぞ。今すぐこの兵学の本を持って行ってココミに読み聞かせようぜ。
Okay. Ring. Read a book about military strategy to Kokomi. Do I just sit down? Oh no, I just talk to her. Bloop.
ココミ、探してたのはこの本か？
よく覚えていません。少し読んでいただけますか？
Act to the plan, and plan to the situation. Attack where the enemy is weak. Emerge where the enemy is blind. Ah, isn't this like Sun Tzu or something? I don't know. Act to the plan and plan for the situation.
それです。お願いします。
You read Kokomi her favorite military treatise.
ココミ、ココミ。
He's like, I am, my brain is, I fell asleep because I wanted to, organize let my brain, reorganize the information for the day.
どうしよう。ココミが寝ちゃったぞ。
You see how I tied that to the little rant that I have earlier about sleeping and, dealing with problems?
今夜は祝賀会があるし、それにもうじき和平交渉も。まだまだやることが。
Let's let her rest a while.
本当に大丈夫なのか？
If anything, we'll go in her place to do the peace talks instead. Because I'm pretty sure we kind of know what Kokomi wants out of the peace talks. Actually, do we? Actually, maybe we don't know what she wants out of the peace talks. Maybe we don't have the credentials to talk in her place.
でも確かに疲れてるみたいだ。まだ時間があるならもう少しだけ休ませてあげるか。
Yes, Paimon. Let's stare at her while she sleeps. I'm sure she'll appreciate us just staring a hole in her and watching her breathe and just looking at her as she sleeps soundly and starts dreaming the dreams that she has as we just stare right at her while she sleeps.
災いを払い、安寧を守る。戦争は終わりました。すべてがいい方向へ。あなたたち、見届けられましたか？
You take a break together with Kokomi for a while
私
longer?
眠ってしまったのですか？
Yes, I think you should have slept
何
on
時でしょう？
I think you should have slept on a more comfortable bed.
すっごく長い間寝てたぞ。もうすぐ映画が始まる時間みたいだ。
And we've been watching you this entire time.
そんなに長く。これほど安らかに眠ったのは久しぶりです。少なくともエネルギーも3点は回復したような気がします。これでありがとうございます。私たちも早く映画の場に行きましょう。
Yeah, let's do it.
ココミがいつもの状態に戻った。よかったな。
Alright. First secret quest complete. Victory Banquet. Go to the site of the Victory Feast. Alright, I think we're gonna end things here. I feel like, I don't know, this time around I feel like I had some good discussion. I was able to kind of word my opinions of the story and my, I don't know. I was just saying I was good at wording something, and now I can't find the words that I want to describe myself with. I felt like I did a pretty good job. I don't know. At least it's better than how I was wording my stuff during the Raiden Shogun, I feel like. But anyway, this is where I'm going to end things. We'll continue to the Victory Feast in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe for more, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.